Hello, this is Montana, and if you don't know me, I am a Femboy pro wrestler based in Cincinnati. And officially starting today, I have been wrestling for 1 year. 1 year. Since February 1st of 2025, I made my debut in the NWF. And I just want to make this video to do a little overview, a little review of my 1 year, career. Even though I wrestled for like maybe 10 months of it because I've been injured. Yeah. And and you can use this video as inspiration if you want to be a pro wrestler. You can maybe use this for, I don't know, background noise, I guess, or maybe a podcast. I don't know. Anyways, if you would have seen me as a kid, you would have known that I wanted to be a pro wrestler. It is everything I've ever talked about, everything I've ever wanted to do with my life. Like, like the thing when you go second grade, third grade, whatever grade, and like the teacher asks you, what do you want to be a grow up? I every time said pro wrestler. Every single time. And it never changed. It truly never changed. I tried other things. Try to be a writer. It didn't work because I suck at writing. I wanted to be a video game designer for a bit. That didn't work out. I want to be a YouTuber, which that's not working. But pro wrestling has always been there for me. Since the day I was born, since the day I'm going to die, pro wrestling will be there. If pro wrestling wants my body and wants my body for a sacrifice, so be it. I will do it. That's how much I love pro wrestling. And this first year really shows me everything. It's a good starting ground, let's just say. So when I first stepped into the doors of Bone Crushers, which is the pro wrestling school that I went to, which is part of the NWF, and when I met Roger Ruffin and Wildcat Chris Harris and all the others, I felt in for the first time in my life. There is a brotherhood, I would say, when it comes to pro wrestling. You are part of the boys, and I know that I am very weird, as you can tell. Like, I'm wearing a dress and everything, and I'm looking very pretty. And that's what I wanted to do. And with the NWF, I think this has been the greatest year of my life. If 2025 was the greatest year of my life, it was the first time I felt comfortable with my body, with my face, with what I was doing. I felt like I was actually doing something with my life. Because ever since, especially after graduating high school and I went to college and tried to become a teacher, I felt like I was wasting my time. I felt like none of it meant anything. Like I was just going through the motions, per se. And with me joining the NWF of 2024, late 2024, like September, October, and debuting February 1st, and really training and going through the steps and being security and all the jazz that I have to do and earn my stripes, I loved every single second about it. I loved everything. I loved the security part, the camera part, the fans, the reactions, doing the tickets. I loved it all. Catching the wrestlers when they would do a spot, everything. I loved it all. And I knew that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Truly, when I had my first practice match, and I wasn't nervous at all. Usually, you are nervous, when you're first time doing anything. With me, with pro wrestling, it's never like that. This is the first time in my life that I truly believe in myself. Truly believe. I don't care if I have no knees, no arms. I will still wrestle, and I feel like I would still be a good wrestler. Knock on wood. Where's wood? Wood. There you go. Wood. We're good. Maybe I won't be in trouble this time. Maybe I will keep my knees. This year definitely has its up and downs. If you haven't seen my latest video of me, my surgery update, I'm getting surgery already. Completely torn my ACL, completely torn my meniscus, and cartilage defect. I think second month in, I'm debuting. April. So February 1st, first week of April, 2 months in, already torn everything. Completely torn it, and I wrestled on it for 9 months straight. 9 months. Didn't realize, thought it was sprained. But that's how much I cared about it. I just couldn't walk away from it. And I truly thought about not getting the surgery right now. Like, truly thought in my head, I was gambling. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it'll last me for another year or two. Then maybe I'll go get surgery. But with everyone telling me otherwise, so be it. How I'm going to structure this video is a way of just answering questions that some of you would ask me. If I would tell you, like, you know, this is my first year, and then you would ask me a question about it, like, how was your first year? Or, oh, what was the most surprising moment of your life of your first year? You know, something like that. That's how I'm going to break down this whole video. I think I'll talk about some of my favorite moments and some of my not so favorite moments. For one, I think my favorite thing when it comes to wrestling is being a heel. Truly, I've only done it a few times. I was trained to be a heel, and then I, debuted as a babyface. That's the usual thing. And now I've only wrestled maybe a few times as a heel, and it's everything. It's all I wanted to do. I do my promos very heelish like, very heelish like, words. It's always what I loved about wrestling. The baby faces are good and everything. So be it. You got your classics of, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Hulk Hogan, etc. But the heels. Come on now. The heels are where it's at. Mr. Perfect, Raven, Shawn Michaels. Those are easily my top 3 favorites. Brian Pillman, all of those. The heels. I love heels so much. I want to be the bad guy. My goal in pro wrestling is to get stabbed. Like, I want to get stabbed multiple times before I get to the back. That's my goal in life. I don't care about the belts. I don't care about winning trophies or, this is what I did in pro wrestling. I want to get stabbed. I want people to hate me so much that they're willing to kill me before I get to the back. That's my goal in pro wrestling. And if I did that, I did it. I want to be the Gorgeous George of 2026. All right? That is what I want. And that is honestly my favorite thing in pro wrestling right now, is going to different crowds, somewhere random in West Virginia, somewhere random in Tennessee or Kentucky. They don't know you. They don't know why you're wearing a bow in your hair. You got this weird outfit. That's what I love. I love the eyes on me. It's something I can't explain. All right. I love when people, take a look at you and look away and they're like, that right there, that moment. I want that. I want that every time. And I think with my character and how I am, I think I will excel as heel more than as a babyface. So be it. Some people say I'm a great babyface. Oh, so be it. That is the one thing I love about pro wrestling. My least favorite is injuries. That was an easy, that I didn't need to think about that one. That was injuries. All right. Pro wrestling, easy. Love working the crowd. Easy. Like all that. Promos, took a minute to work on them, but they got easy. Injuries, that's what they get you. They get you right there. And they tear your ACL. And your meniscus gone. And then you wrestle on it. And you're just like, well, my knee it just gives out on me sometimes, so be it. And that is definitely my least favorite thing. One thing that definitely surprised me with my first year was the fan reactions when it comes to the NWF especially. The NWF, the fans, have been so nice to me. It's been a total shock. Truly total shock, to be honest. I thought when I was going to debut, I thought I was going to be a babyface for maybe a few weeks, and then they were going to turn me heel. That didn't work out. And I truly want to say thank you to the NWF fans, and then the fans that are in other places that I wrestled. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. I truly didn't realize that people would enjoy a femboy wrestler. Truthfully, I didn't realize that. And then at the very beginning, too, I didn't really have the idea of a femboy wrestler. That kind of grew in later on in the months. Like the first month or two, if you would have saw my outfits and everything, they were pretty tame, pretty normal. Some people say I almost look like Shawn Michaels. I still kind of look like Shawn Michaels to some people, But when I brung out the kimono outfits, brung out the masks, the swords, start really bringing in my personality, then like the Femboy type aesthetic really started to come out. I start wearing dresses to shows every time now, wear my weird feminine outfits. I do my hair in a particular way. I do my makeup in a particular way. I wear glitter when I wrestle. I wear mascara when I wrestle. Eyeliner now. I wear a choker sometimes when I wrestle. Now I'm kind of done. This is my character now. I chose it. Great, awesome, woo! And I love it. And that is honestly the surprising part of my first year is the fans of the NWF, and I really do appreciate them very much. Oh, this is a great question. I'm just ready to get off this thing. I have many stories. You get with all right. I'm a very weird person. I'm a weird character. I walk in the door, you're just like, what the fuck? Like that's the reaction I usually get, like, and I understand. That's fine. That's honestly what I get for being a Femboy pro wrestler. That's what I get. And what I want to say is that every promoter that I've ever worked for, when it comes to the NWF with Roger Ruffin, or DCW, or big time pro wrestling over in West Virginia, or any of them, the KWF, they have been very nice to me. They have never disrespected me one bit. But I definitely gotten looks. Definitely a weird handshake or two, like, oh, dude, who is this guy? But I have never felt disrespected. I never felt like I never fitted in with any of the boys. I think after them, looking at me, they're like, and then they see me talk and they see how I am. They're like, okay, this person's, just a unique human being. I get it. And I just want to say that promoters have been good to me. They have never been an issue. I have never been disrespected one bit, or ever felt like I was. And I really appreciate that, because especially with it being the Wild Wild West, pro wrestling is wild when it comes to like the wide range, especially the indies. You can go like one of the greatest matches of all time, right? And then a couple streets down, you can have a wrestling promotion that's a bunch of backyard wrestlers that are hitting each other with toasters. Like there's a wide range of wrestling you're getting. And with each promoter, it's a new person you're meeting, it's a different vibe, it's a different area, they grew up differently, and so far I have never been disrespected. There was a couple close calls, but never disrespected, and I really appreciate every single one of them. But for the fans, when I wrestle at other places like West Virginia or, deep in Kentucky, you still get your lovers, like when I wrestled over at West Virginia, I think it was Canova, West Virginia, might have been Canova. I think my character and just me, my personality and myself, I am a very, very extreme person. Let me explain. I think you either love me or you fucking hate me. There is no in between when it comes to me. You rather be my best friend or you want me dead. There is no in between when it comes to me. And I think that's okay in wrestling. And I explained that with this West Virginia. I've had, I think, one of my best merchandise sales in Canova. As a heel, I've only wrestled there one time. I wrestled there the second time I came back. I think I sold more shirts I've ever had. I think it was second place, I think. Summer Sizzler might have been first. Second place, I would say. So I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And then I went out there, and oh my God, the hate I got. All right, it is. I've been threatened, and that's fine. And that's what I love. All right, so don't take this as me complaining. This is what I want to do. This is what I want. I have been called many names. That's fine. I've been threatened many of times, almost a couple punches in the face, like this close, like this here was almost happening in Canova and in BCW. It's all I wanted to do. So like the heat, I love the heat. That's all I want to do. I want to be in the heat forever. The heat that I like love. I've only wrestled heel 3 or 4 times, like I said, and the heat is everything I've ever wanted. And I think that first year really showed me that I really prefer being a heel, even though I think I like to wrestle as a babyface than a heel. It's weird to explain, but I think I prefer to wrestle as a babyface, but as a character, I'd rather be a heel. That's like how I do my promos, the heat. Like, I'd rather people boo me than cheer me. I'm weird, I know. But I think this first year has really showed me that this character, and I think me personally, prefer being a heel. As I'm reading this now, this is a little funny now. Well, for year 3, I won't have year 2. Year 3, I think my number one goal is to wrestle for a TV promotion. Like an actual, doesn't have to be WWE, but some next level, I would say. Like next level in the indies where they have TV time and TV's involved. That would be a number one goal for third year. Like at the end of third year, if I made it, I'm doing good. And then I think maybe wrestling at 5 new states, completely new states I've never wrestled before. And I think by year 3, since I'm going to lose year 2. I think with year 3, since I'm losing year 2, I think I'm going to say that my third goal with going on TV with the year 3, end of year 3, wrestling 5 new states, and I think I want to wrestle 100 matches completely in year 3. Just come back from year 2. Year 1, I think I've wrestled 50 matches. I'll put it on screen. I don't know how many I have personally. Fuck. My light went out. Damn it. Fuck. There goes my light. Someone doesn't charge their things. That's how I do things here. And I think that's a good way to end it. Thank you for watching. This has been my 1-year review of pro wrestling. I guess I'll just lay here. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you didn't like it, don't give it a like. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe. If you have any new ideas, because I'm soon going to be running out of ideas, and I'm going to be running out of matches to repost, put your ideas in the comments below. I will be here. I will be trying to make this channel as big as possible, try to be as entertaining as possible. I'm doing the best I can, guys, and I am apparently not doing that well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.